Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Monday, June 27th, 2016. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Ministry of Social Development is encouraging persons to bring cases that fit the criteria for its community housing program to the Ministry's attention. Junior Minister, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, recently made the call when she, along with other officials from the Ministry, handed over newly refurbished homes to residents in the Butlers, Bricklin and Hickman's communities under the program.
Our program in terms of making persons more self-sufficient, getting persons from dependency to independence, and that is owning their own homes. And that is why we have embarked on the program of housing for the indigent in our community. In order for persons to be able to receive this assistance, the social workers will have to do the assessments, and those persons who come high on the list, they are the ones who would be helped. We are trying to help as many persons as possible, and so if there is a need that somebody in your constituency, your neighbors might have, feel free to bring that case to the social services department, and they will do the assessment, and we in turn will try and make it happen.
The Social Development Minister said the program has proven not only to be beneficial to senior citizens on the island, but also contributes significantly to human resource development, which in turn enhances economic development on Nevis. Deputy Premier of Nevis and Minister of Health, the Honourable Mark Brantley, has expressed satisfaction with the island's participation in the Caribbean Public Health Agency's CARFA 61st Annual Health Research Conference held in the Turks and Caicos Islands from June 23rd to 25th. The meeting's theme was Family Health, Living Healthy at All Ages. It was hosted in collaboration with the Turks and Caicos Islands Ministry of Health, Agriculture and Human Services. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Nicole Slack-Liberd, and Health Promotions Officer Chanel Nisbet attended the meeting with representatives of the University of Virginia. During the conference, they presented their findings of a recent study conducted in Nevis on the prevalence and distribution of type 2 diabetes in the population through oral and poster presentations. According to Minister Brantley, the study was undertaken through the use of a randomized clinic chat review process. He said the results indicate that 17% of the population on Nevis is diabetic and 25% is hypertensive, a matter which continues to be of concern to the ministry. The Caribbean Premier League CPL franchise, the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, came up against the Premier's 11 in a first-of-its-kind matchup at the El Camino T. Willett Park on Saturday. Here is more in this report.
Thanks, Bronte. Nevisians turned out on Saturday to witness what was an exciting matchup between the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots and the Premier's 11. Prior to the action at the ETW Park, the Patriots team arrived at the Charlestown Pier via special charter and was met by Ministry of Sports officials led by Minister Hazel Brandy Williams. Steve Saunders, Cricket Operations Officer with the Patriots, noted that while it was engineered to be a fun event, the team was taking it very seriously.
Even though I said it's a fun-filled affair, it's a real serious occasion for the team because this is the only practice match that they'll have before they go into the real tournament matches. Hence, they're taking it very serious. They've basically put together their plan, and so it's not just a turn up and play. It's a serious affair.
Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Vance Amory, also greeted both teams prior to play. In terms of the match, the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots won the toss and elected to bat and scored 178 for 7 from the allotted 20 overs, with Kyron Powell top scoring with a half-century. In their turn at the wicket, the Premier's 11, captained by Tonito Willett, were unsuccessful in meeting the target and only managed 137 for 5 from their 20 overs. The Patriots' CPL campaign begins on Thursday, 30th June, when they meet the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Then on Saturday, July 2nd, they take on the Jamaica Talawas. Sunday, July 3rd, Patriots against St. Lucia Zouks. And on Tuesday, July 5th, against the Barbados Tridents. These matches will take place at the Warner Park Stadium. I'm Huey Sargent reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Still to come.
That is why we selected you, or we accepted you, to become part of this training program.
The details after this break.
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Queen City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.
Welcome back. A supervisory management course, which was funded by the Nevis Island Administration through its Ministries of Education and Social Development, was meant to empower the 52 persons who recently completed the program, so noted Junior Minister of Social Development, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, when she addressed the June 18th graduation ceremony.
The social issues are climbing, and that is why the union between education and social services is not by any chance a mistake. It is a fundamental collaboration, because when education cannot deal with the social issues, social service would have to take up the slack. The course of management is to empower people, and I hope that you are now truly empowered to move forward. And so I would like to congratulate you for that bold step, even though I believe some persons might have been coerced, some persons went against their will, but I'm certain that tonight you are indeed happy that you would have taken that bold step forward.
She also congratulated the graduates and thanked the University of the West Indies Open Campus through lecturer Perlivan Wilkin for partnering with the NIA to facilitate the course. Meantime, Premier and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory, in his remarks, noted that the graduates have exceeded the NIA's expectations. He said they have not only excelled, but also sought to help others excel, the test of true leaders.
You're having gone through this supervisory and management training course was to enable you to look at yourselves through the eyes of the tutor, through the instruction which was given to you, using the materials which was given to you, so that you could become the best person, the best leader, the best supervisor. And even if you're not a supervisor yet, to look to the possibility of rising to the level of being a supervisor or leader in your department or your organization. This evening we are here because you have accomplished your goal of acquiring that training. You have passed, some of you with distinction, and I think Mr. Wilkins said everybody would have done above 80%, which is not a mean feat. And I feel that you deserve to be applauded, and you should applaud yourselves as you have done before. But this is no mean feat. And that is what we're looking for. And that is why your heads of departments, your minister, your PEO, that is why we selected you, or we accepted you to become part of this training program.
The Premier admonished the graduates to now demonstrate that it was good for them to have taken the 10-week course. In more local news,
we are dedicating ourselves, we are dedicating the persons who would normally be the first responders, and we are asking God to guide us through this hurricane season. We know there are lots of things happening around us, but we must have God in all that we do.
The Nevis Christian Council, in collaboration with the Nevis Island Administration, held its prayer service for God's protection during the 2016 hurricane season at the War Memorial in Charlestown on June 17th. The prayer service, which is usually attended by representatives from various disaster response agencies, is held annually at the start of the Atlantic hurricane season.
As we stand in awe of the forces of nature that have overwhelmed us, our environment, and our many peoples in the Caribbean region and other parts of the world, in the past weeks, months, and years, we place ourselves in the protection and care of our Creator God, who is in control of our lives and situations. He has promised to be with us when we gather in His name. So we meet in His name and under His direction and protective care.
Prayers were also offered by Archdeacon Dr. Alson Percival for preparation of oneself, Pastor Dalton Grenion for preparation of property, Reverend Lawrence Malawa for response agencies, and Pastor James Douglas for the government. Meantime, Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer, gave an update on the 2016 Atlantic hurricane season.
NOAA predicts a 70% likelihood of 10 to 16 named storms, with winds of 39 miles per hour or higher, of which 4 to 8 becoming hurricanes, of winds 74 miles or higher, including 1 to 4 major hurricanes of category 3, 4, or 5, which has winds with speeds of 111 miles per hour or higher. While a near normal season is the most likely with a 45% chance, there is also a 30% chance of a below normal season. However, a near normal prediction for this season suggests we could see more hurricane activity than we've seen in the last 3 years, which were very below normal. In addition, El Nino is dissipating, and the NOAA Climate Prediction Center is forecasting a 70% chance that La Nina, which favors more hurricane activity, will be present during the peak months of this hurricane season, which is August to October. However, current model predictions show uncertainty as to how long or how strong La Nina and its impacts will be.
Dyer noted that it only takes one storm to significantly disrupt one's life and urged residents to prepare for the worst to keep themselves, their family, and their responders out of harm's way.
Take steps today to be prepared. Develop a family communications plan. Build an emergency supplies kit for your home. Make sure your family and yourself know the evacuation route and the location of the emergency shelters. These steps can help save your life when a disaster strikes.
And that brings us to the end of tonight's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Queen City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.